Created after years of war and dangerous conflicts, the famous Sayeret Matkal became one of Israel's most secret and elite military intelligence units. The team is known for carrying out bold hostage rescue missions, including the famous Entebbe raid in Uganda. These top-level soldiers are trained to secretly cross enemy borders without being noticed. Now, let's look at their most trusted and battle-proven weapons and gear. Let's start with the assault rifles. Gal AR, the domestic workhorse. Domestic rifles provided early special forces with a rugged alternative to imported weapons. Desert sand and thick mud rarely interrupted the highly reliable internal gas piston system. Operators appreciated the integrated wire cutter bipod during long crossbar patrols. Gal S, the shortened domestic engineers truncated the standard domestic barrel to provide vehicle crews with better maneuverability. The folding metal stock allowed elite operators to carry the weapon discreetly beneath long coats. Rugged construction ensured the firearm continued cycling even after being completely submerged in swamp water. IMI Gal M. The micro-assault extreme truncation resulted in an incredibly compact assault platform for deeply embedded undercover agents. The diminutive size rivaled standard submachine guns while firing a much more lethal high-velocity cartridge. High cyclic rates demanded extreme physical control during sudden intense ambushes. AK-47, the covert Kalashnikov, captured Soviet platforms, served as essential tools for highly classified infiltration missions behind enemy lines. Phantom commandos disguised themselves as hostile forces while carrying the ubiquitous weapon to avoid detection. The unmistakable firing sound helped operators seamlessly blend into chaotic regional firefights. ACM, the upgraded covert modernized stamped steel versions of the famous Russian rifle, completely replaced the heavier mill originals. Elite reconnaissance units utilized the slanted muzzle brake to maintain better control during automatic fire. Scavenging battlefield ammunition allowed isolated squads to operate independently for weeks. AK-74, the covert Soviet-Russian origin rifles firing the lighter 545 caliber supplemented covert arsenals. Intelligence operatives acquired these platforms to mimic the specific loadouts of elite hostile forces. The highly effective muzzle brake kept the weapon completely flat during intense automatic fire. M16A1, the American import. Pioneer military aid programs supplied the elite unit with lightweight, high-velocity firepower. Triangular handguards offered a comfortable grip during extended desert reconnaissance operations. Decades of continuous service solidified the black rifle as a trusted combat companion. M16A2, the improved standard. Upgraded service rifles introduced heavier barrels and improved rear sights for enhanced accuracy. 3-round burst mechanisms helped conserve precious ammunition during prolonged engagements. The longer sight radius proved highly effective for engaging distant targets across the arid landscape. Over the modern piston. Next-generation combat rifles feature advanced short-stroke gas piston systems for maximum battlefield reliability. Modular handguards securely mount heavy night vision devices and sophisticated thermal targeting lasers. The quick-change barrel system allows operators to rapidly swap calibers depending on the mission profile. IWI Carmel, the next generation. Modern polymer combat rifles offer exceptional modularity for specialized strike teams. Completely ambidextrous controls allow left-handed operators to manipulate the weapon flawlessly during dynamic entries. The folding stock enables elite commandos to deploy seamlessly from heavily armored transport vehicles. Next is the Carbines. M4A1 Carbine, the modern standard. Shortened platforms remain the primary choice for current elite Israeli operators. Modular rail systems effortlessly support essential nighttime optics and heavy infrared lasers. The compact profile ensures maximum agility during intense urban hostage rescue scenarios. Colt Model 653, the cut-down. Historic local armorers extensively modified standard carbines to create ultra-compact weapons known internally as the Makutsar. Removing inches from the barrel allowed point men to navigate incredibly narrow subterranean tunnels effortlessly. The rugged simplicity made it a favorite among legendary unit commanders. C-15, the Ant by legend. Famous rescue squads stormed the hijacked terminal in Uganda, wielding the compact carbine. Telescoping stocks allowed operators to maneuver perfectly through the cramped aircraft cabin. The lightweight design reduced physical fatigue during the grueling long-distance flight. Micro Tavor X95, the bullpup defender. Advanced domestic engineering placed the magazine behind the trigger to dramatically reduce overall weapon length. Rear heavy balance allows operators to easily hold the weapon with a single hand while opening doors. Ambidextrous controls ensure seamless transition between shoulders when clearing tight corners. Tavor D21, the domestic bullpup first-generation bullpup designs offered full-length barrel ballistics within a highly maneuverable package. Polymer construction significantly reduced the physical burden carried by heavily equipped commandos. The integrated optical sight provided rapid target acquisition during dynamic raids. Colt Commando, the jungle shorty, vintage ultra-short carbines provided massive firepower inside extremely confined environments. Massive flash hiders attempted to tame the blinding fireball produced by the shortened barrel. Veteran operators relied on the loud muzzle blast to psychologically dominate hostile targets instantly. The microcarbine engineers modified the proven domestic platform to fire the vintage American .30 caliber carbine round. Specialized security details utilized the compact weapon during intense urban riots to prevent catastrophic overpenetration. Short barrels provided incredible maneuverability inside crowded city streets before being phased out. Next is the submachine guns. Uzi, the iconic sweeper. Legendary domestic engineering created the most recognizable close-quarters weapon of the 20th century. The telescoping bolt design wrapped directly around the barrel to keep the weapon remarkably short. Heavy stamped steel construction ensured the firearm survived brutal physical abuse. Mini Uzi, the compact sweeper shrinking the original design, provided intelligence officers with a much more concealable package. The faster cyclic rate dumped a terrifying volume of 9mm rounds in mere seconds. Side-folding stocks offered excellent stability for sudden mid-range engagements. Micro Uzi, the machine pistol. Extreme miniaturization resulted in a weapon that could easily fit inside a standard briefcase. Bodyguards attached to elite units favored the tiny platform for immediate VIP protection. High cyclic speeds required immense physical strength to control during automatic fire. Uzi Pro, the modernized classic. Advanced polymer lower receivers completely revolutionized the vintage stamped steel submachine gun. The closed-bolt firing mechanism significantly increased the first-shot accuracy for hostage rescue teams. Picatinny rails finally allowed operators to mount modern red dot sights securely. Heckler and KOMP-5, the suppressed rescue. German roller-delayed submachine guns gave hostage rescue teams unmatched surgical precision. Smooth recoil impulses allowed operators to place multiple rounds into a target instantly. Specialized modular rails replaced the original plastic handguards to accommodate heavy tactical lights. Heckler and KOMP-5SD, the silent operator. Integrated suppressors masked the muzzle flash and significantly reduced the auditory signature. Special barrel ports slowed supersonic ammunition down to subsonic speeds perfectly. Phantom squads utilized the whisper quiet weapon to eliminate sentries during deep nighttime infiltrations. B and TPC-9, the modern subgun. Swiss engineering provides current intelligence details with overwhelming close-range capability. The delayed blowback action ensures remarkably smooth follow-up shots during sudden ambushes. Compact dimensions allow plainclothes agents to easily hide the weapon under civilian jackets. B and TMP-9, the Swiss machine pistol. Ultra-compact polymer submachine guns provide undercover operators with devastating concealed firepower. The integrated forward grip guarantees absolute control during sudden high-speed ambushes. Specialized suppressors attach in seconds to mask the auditory signature during sensitive night operations. F&P-90. The armor-piercing exotic bullpup submachine gun saw limited evaluation by elite counterterrorism squads. Top-mounted 50-round magazines provided overwhelming firepower without sacrificing the compact profile. High-velocity, specialized cartridges easily pierced through heavy body armor worn by heavily equipped hostage-takers. MAC-10, the suppressed box. Covert intelligence gatherers evaluated the extremely compact machine pistol for highly classified protective details. Blocky stamped steel receivers provided an astonishingly rapid rate of fire during sudden emergency ambushes. Heavy specialized suppressors significantly reduced the deafening muzzle blast to protect the operator inside tight vehicles. Thompson M1928A1. The early sweeper pioneer strike teams utilized the heavy American submachine gun during the chaotic early days of the nation. 45 caliber projectiles delivered unparalleled stopping power during close-range urban breaches. The sturdy wooden stock served as an effective bludgeon when intense firefights drained the heavy box magazines.